Okay, now we're going to take a tour.
No, start now.
Now we're going to take a tour of the Kimberly Home, and we're starting at this little table. It shows a lot of the beautiful activities and history of Kimberly Home. Kate, why don't you explain some of the stuff that's on this table?
Okay. Well, as Kimberly Home developed, we got larger and larger. We added programs to our center. We were able to acquire more property. So we went from being a counseling service as well as pregnancy tests and ultrasounds, etc., and material assistance. We knew that the women needed much more help than that. And one of the things was on childcare, because childcare, especially back then, it was very difficult. Very few childcare centers have care for children under 2. Because infants are,
Sure.
and it's just much more it's much more intense and more costly, and our women were having a hard time finding a place for their babies.
Mm-hmm.
So we bought the property next door with the help of some donors, and we took down some buildings and we built this part of the building onto here, and this was our child care center at first.
Wow.
It's now changed again, but we'll talk about that. But and we had 2 rooms, one for infants and one for toddlers, and it was quite small, but it was a help.
Sufficient.
And it was basically for our clients, but also it is open to the public as well. So as a licensed facility, we can allow like 20% of the public to paying public to come out, and so we've moved that since, but we'll talk about this. But when we renovated this, we moved our daycare a couple streets behind. And we know we needed a place for the women to really gather and do their classes. We do a lot of education, prenatal, postnatal, parenting, birthing, baby care. We have Mom University, we call it. So they're learning life skills, anything to do with babies, but also job, preparation and GEDs and things like that. And then we do some fun things too as well. So we can, we've had makeup classes and bingo. So as the property grew, we started to acquire several of the houses around here. So we now have 7. And they're single, double, and there's a few that have 3 bedrooms. So some share, some are on their own. And then years later, there was a daycare behind that property that closed, and we were able to acquire that, and we moved the daycare, so now it's double the size.
Wow, that's
and
fantastic.
and we added a 3rd age because before we had to let them go at age 2. Now we can keep them to 3. So
That's great. That's great.
you'll get to see that.
We're walking through the facility, and we're going to get more of an education. I love these little things, like these little tiny socks. I think they're so cute. Yeah, and of course the little feet that they go on are even cuter. Okay, let's continue. We're walking with Kate Kelly through Kimberly House. Much of it's renovated.
So this is when we renovated. We added a kitchen, and the main reason we did that was because we noticed that the women really needed to learn how to cook. And since we had a lot of women living here, we thought that would be a perfect thing for them. We actually have an agreement with the University of Florida, so they come and teach the class, which is awesome. So they teach them nutrition, and when they're here, they have a contest at the end, even, who's got the best meal, so we can judge that, which is fun. Yeah. So it smells really nice around here sometimes. So that's been a real blessing to have that for them as well.
And it's built right into the facility, which is very convenient.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
As we continue, we're going down the hallways. So with our audience,
We're actually
follow us.
going a little backwards. So this
Okay.
is our reception area. So this is where the clients would come in, and we always meet them alone at first, so they can talk privately, and just because we don't know who's with them or put any kind of pressure on them. And so we assign them a mentor, so each client gets a mentor of their own who they can, see on a regular basis. Some come once a week, some come, a couple times a month, some come once a month. So it depends on what their needs and how much help they need as well. So, and then we have 3 counseling rooms over here this way.
Okay, we're taking a tour.
And this is one of the 3. This is our largest one, and we use this. If they do have family members with them who need to come in and talk, there's a little bit more space in here. Also, we do a lot of the DVDs that they need to watch, they can do here. Now they can do them online and at home,
Right.
But originally they needed to come in and do them here. But we also can use this room as a little support group room because it's comfy, and everything here obviously is confidential, so
Yes.
they know that it stays here. So we've had a lot of help from the community as well. You can see that at Spiritu Santo women have, they did this room for us not too long ago.
Nice. This is another counseling room.
Yes. And then we have a third. And there's a little library. They can, borrow whatever they want in there. So part of the program.
And the place is very clean, and that's one of my criteria. It has to be clean.
Part of our program is it's an incentive program called Earn While You Learn, and so what they do is the women get points for coming in and doing their classes, learning, doing the videos, having their mentoring sessions, and with those points they get to come in and spend them here. So
this facility, this room is set up to purchase by points.
Correct. This is our baby boutique.
I love it.
And the nice part about this is everything in here has been donated, comes from the churches, from the community.
And it's all new.
It's all brand new, absolutely. And with their points, they get to choose. So the larger items, we don't have space for in here, so we keep them in our thrift store. Crib strollers, high chairs,
right.
The larger things. So they love it. They can see what they want to work towards, and when they're in here, we know they've learned something, and it gives them some self-respect that they have really earned this, which is really, really nice for them. And
Beautiful.
the drawers are all full, so everything you can
I like
think
the
of.
painted.
Exactly. Some people, maybe a women's group from church might have a baby shower for us.
Oh.
It's kind of a mock baby shower.
Yeah.
Sometimes we bring moms, but most of the time we don't for confidentiality reasons.
Sure.
But sometimes, they'll have the mom sitting there, and it's really fun. It's really because they don't have baby showers like most people would have, which is really cool.
Right.
I mean, anything you can possibly think of.
That's great. Very practical. I think service is very important. That's practical, not just.
This is our processing room.
Oh.
This is where all the donations come in. So they'll come in all day. We really have no control over that. So some days there's just tons of pile there. And we have volunteers who come in here, and that's their job. They sort the clothes, and they pitch the ones that are not acceptable.
Okay, so not all of these are brand new.
No. Some are, and the brand new items go in the baby boutique or the layettes. I didn't point the layette out, but you can bring that back. And then we have gently used items.
Okay.
And so, for instance, if a mom comes in and she really needs help desperately and doesn't have time to earn those points, we of course we would help her.
Sure.
And we have our child care center, so they come in here a lot because babies have accidents, and so this is a layette. So this is also new, filled with new items. So we would have, obviously, the blue.
Okay, I don't know what a layette is.
It's filled with everything.
Look
So
at
it's
that.
kind of a starter kit. So if
Stop.
you have a baby shower
So a woman
Yes.
gets this whole thing.
when the baby's born, yeah, kind of their welcome home
Yeah.
pack. I mean, it's
Tons of
tons
toys.
of and bottles and
Every practical thing a newborn
yeah,
needs.
baby wash, shampoo.
Oh, look at this. Okay, this is 15 points. This is baby wash and shampoo. That's great.
Blankets.
Okay.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's practical. Very.
Socks, pajamas.
And-
we have a lot of women who make homemade quilts and crocheted blankets for us. They're beautifully done, and they're made with love.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just gorgeous. You can see there's several over here in the.
Right. That's great.
And-
Look at that. Yeah. And any mother would be thrilled to have these for her child.
Sure.
Beautiful. Wow, thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. We're continuing through the facility. Okay.
Back up a little bit.
Okay, we're passing through the kitchen. That was that way.
That's the reception.
Busy area inside.
And this is our ultrasound.
Okay, this is the ultrasound room. Okay. You want to
So,
discuss? Oh,
yes.
little babies.
Yes.
That's wild. Look at this.
These are actual size and weight of the
Stop it.
born. Yeah. So this is 12 weeks. Look at that.
That is so cute.
Isn't that amazing?
And that's 12 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Life.
Yes.
12 weeks. Life.
And this is
Very clear.
16 weeks.
Oh my God. You look like this one day. All of you.
Exactly.
Beautiful. The treasure.
And
Okay.
that's 22 weeks, and this is 26 weeks. So,
Oh my.
I mean, they're perfect.
Yeah.
Let me show you something
Sure.
even more amazing.
Sure. Oh, stop.
These
How
are even small.
adorable.
So this is 7 weeks. And so you can see the detail on that. How
Yes. Oh my
Amazing
God.
that.
Beautiful. 7 weeks to what? What is this?
7 weeks. I don't have my glasses.
It makes two of us. 10 weeks. Okay, it's 7, 8, 9, and 10 weeks.
So you can see how they just need to develop,
Mm.
get bigger. All the parts are there.
How can anyone with a brain say this is not life?
They can't.
No.
And that's why we use these visuals.
Yes.
You know, that they're great teaching tools. And they can take them out and hold them and you know, I mean, you don't even know that baby's in there, right?
Right.
But look, it's gorgeous.
Whoever made this, great,
Yeah.
great idea. Great
Yeah,
teaching.
they're such a blessing. When we have students, we always bring them in here,
Yes.
you know, the younger ones, so they can see. So ultrasounds are free. We don't charge for anything like that, as well as pregnancy tests. And we call this the room of happy tears,
Oh,
because this room changes lives. It's amazing.
Yes.
And we have the big screen, so if dad's with her or her mom or somebody, she, you know, can see it as big as life. So
Now you have doctors come in and a
we have
nurse.
a doctor who reads the ultrasounds. We have ultrasonographers who do the ultrasounds, and then the doctor reads them for us. We used to have
Right.
one sitting here, but
Great.
this is a
Are these
beautiful place.
clinicians paid or volunteer?
They're volunteer
Really? Even your doctors and your nurses?
Yeah. right now.
God bless them.
Volunteer, right?
Yeah.
Also, when they come in, you know, they can see the baby moving and waving, and typically you need to have someone in here when it's being done as a witness, and so we fight over who
that's
can come in
great.
here and see
That's
that, because
great.
it's such a happy time. And I mean, you'll have people saying, I had no idea, you know, look at that. You know, we had one dad come in, and he was, you know, adamant that she shouldn't go forward with this pregnancy, and when he saw that, he just started crying. He's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. This is amazing. And he just started, you know, kissing her belly, and it was like, gives you chills. So it was really
That's
cool.
great. That's
So
great. And the absolute denial on behalf of so many people that this is life
Right, exactly.
makes no sense.
And when you hear that heartbeat, I mean, it just,
And thank God for technology that we got that far,
Absolutely.
but it hasn't sunken into the brains of many people.
right, well, it's not really shown too much out there.
Of
you
course,
know.
of course,
It-
of course.
It's
Okay.
so, it's beautiful. It's just an amazing experience.
Okay, we're going to continue the tour. I'm with Kate Kelly here at Kimberly House, and we just noticed the little images of the human story, conception to birth.